Dear viewers, welcome to. It's not a podcast. We said it's
a group therapy.
It's a TV show. Yeah, actually, it's a group therapy. Like four guys that are in a group therapy, and like we just want to make content for you guys that also want to come to group therapy. We are a dying breed, I feel. Car enthusiasts, like everything's going electric, everything's going robo-taxi and stuff. And we just want a community that feels the same, just to put on the video and enjoy.
I think that's perfect. I think that's perfectly said. We definitely want to kind of keep that dying breed, as I would love to say, because everything is getting kind of electrified in some kind of a way, and kind of bring back that petrol heads in all of us and the passion that I guess we all once had and we still have within ourselves, but we don't talk about it as much. So I think this is a perfect way to kind of calm our own nerves with irritating car news that we find out on a day-to-day basis. And
topics in general.
And topics in general, that's for sure, yeah. Can
you introduce us to the viewers?
100%. Let's start off with our dear friend Josip over here. So we have Josip, been in the industry for quite a long time. Been around videography and photography with cars, not only cars, but pretty much other how do I even
genres? Yeah.
How about we introduce ourselves to the viewers? It would probably be easier that way, so they get an understanding of who we are, what we're into.
Yeah. First of all, let's tell the audience like we are from Croatia.
Okay.
But we work globally.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Then I'm a videographer. Bruno over there, wave to the camera.
Hello.
Also
Hello.
videographer.
Sorry, I'm not.
Ivan, photographer and videographer.
I'm photographer and driver. Very good driver. I can say so myself. I'm just a very good driver.
Okay, let's not be like humble too much. You have an FIA license.
I do have a FIA license. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been in the industry for, I would say, about 8 years. Unfortunately, I decided to kind of step away from it. But then when I noticed the dying breed of this entire industry, I'm like, you know what? An Indian guy's got to come and try to change this again and try to put things into perspective. Because genuinely speaking, like in full honesty, it's such a passion within me. Like it's one of those things that every time I'm either placed in a car, like today I was in a C63 AMG. It doesn't even feel like work at that point. It's just like such a passion where you spend so much time around it that it's so easy. And aside from easy, and obviously the job's quite hard. Like I'm not gonna say the job's easy, but the fact around doing something that you love, no matter whether you're in the car world or whether you're in photography, videography, media production, digital agencies, doesn't matter. If you love what you do, you don't even think about it. And that's actually the main reason why I kind of got back into the car space, and I'm very thankful for it. And I'm very thankful that I got to meet people like you guys. Like it's just, it just kind of ignites that fire again, if that makes any sense. So yeah.
Ivan, you also crashed a couple of cars.
Yeah.
Nice. Touche.
I make few total crashes. I used to drive hill climb car races back to the 2000 and I don't know 12. But love for the car starts 1994, where my first memories starts, and a love for the cars since I was driving little M&Ms. Imagine it's a wheel and so on. So yeah, I'm full-time photographer and videographer, and a great lover for the cars and everything that drives on turbos and natural aspirated.
Don't mention diesel, man. Come on now. I'm joking. No, we like diesels.
1.6 diesel.
We like diesels as well. We're not Jeremy Clarkson, all right?
We don't have blood. We have diesel in our veins.
Listen, Mishmo Hrvatska. So we need to run on diesel, man. We cannot live otherwise. Where the hell's the money, right? Like I don't think we have money for
Vojka, Buras.
Bro, listen, man. If I honestly reckon, and I was talking to Bruno about this, and I think that if we were to create a golf-specific meetup, man, I guarantee you we could probably line up a car, at least like a section of cars from the start of Lučko all the way to Rijeka. 100%. I think even longer, if I'm not mistaken at all. And
That's true.
Diesels with just body kits of GTIs.
there you go. That'd be hilarious. Like that's literally what every single Croatian racer. I'm not joking. Tuning. Tuning.
Shampoo.
Nah, but it's true though. It's like the amount of golfs. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I started off in this industry, we received quite a lot of them, and at one point, I just couldn't take them anymore. I'm like, every second person that I see around me, either your sister or your mother or your mom has a golf, man. Like, what's going on? Like,
Guilty.
yeah, of course. There you go. Did you ever have a golf as well?
My wife had.
Oh, there you
golf.
freaking go. Did your dad have a golf as well?
Yes.
Of course. Now, my point is proven. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to stray away from it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've driven plenty of Golfs. They're amazing vehicles. Don't get me wrong. Like, for anyone that's within the market trying to look for a hatchback, it's like a all-arounder, phenomenal car. But yeah, boss, yeah. That's a Golf.
We have something about golfs for later on.
Sure.
And I just wanted to say we're not sorry for our accents because, yeah, we come from Croatia and we are going to have some Balkan topics in these group therapies of ours. From other stuff, we are planning also to make cinematic videos. So it's not going to be just a podcast channel for us. Although this is not a podcast, remember, this is a group therapy.
Remember.
This is not a podcast. I apologize for my mind messing up all the time. It just, the setup is what's giving the vibes, guys. I apologize. Like, we're sitting down here, we're chugging on drinks, and you expect us to not call this a podcast. Guys, if you want a podcast, let us know, and we will set up a specific podcast for you. So if you have any specific questions or any type of interactions that you want to talk about, any type of topics, we're going to be here, and we're going to convince him to call the podcast not a podcast, just for shits and giggles. Like, but yeah, this is not a podcast. We're just trying to talk about what we're gonna be doing within this channel and kind of where we're gonna go with it. Right?
Yeah, man, give me 5.
There you go, brother. There you go, man.
Huge shoes.
There you go.
Yeah, you said that well. Like, this is a hub. This show is called Gas Therapy. And we'll have more shows within the channel. But this is like a hub where we sit down.
Hey, sorry, he didn't introduce himself.
I will come to that. And yeah, here we'll talk about what we were filming and stuff like that, like how we did some shots and stuff like that.
Sure, that sounds great.
And now we come to the videographer, Bruno.
Hello. As these two gentlemen next to me also have track experience on many famous tracks on the world, but only in Gran Turismo. Besides that, I'm behind the camera always, so it's very weird for me to look at this thing. But yeah, I'm here with you. I love cars, and I'm filming them a long time. Yeah, I'm short. I'm here for a short time.
Dude, that was perfect. That was honestly,
you see,
like I said, a man of many words. Like, I knew immediately.
It's a new thing having something in front of my face.
I agree.
He's a man of many frames.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd love to say something, but we're going to try to keep it PG right now. The black objects in front of us, we can kind of ignore it, right? Like, all right, fair enough.
We're white. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I have no idea either.
Why is this shirt talking next to me?
Listen, bro. I'm going to, at this point, we better watch.
I have to be very, I'm going to do the color grading, and I have to be very gentle with this part of the scene.
Guys, I'm still here. If you haven't seen me, like I'm right here. Like I can kind of face the light.
Yeah, we will highlight you. Don't worry.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, your accent.
Where does it come from?
Obviously, you're not Croatian.
No.
And your accent is fully American.
Yeah. My story is pretty complicated.
Will Smith
I'd love to say
AliExpress.
that my mom. Yeah, Will Smith from AliExpress. That's what I get a lot. I was born in India, but we lived in the
I didn't know that.
I was born in India, and we moved to the States at a really young age, and I grew up essentially in the States, hence the accent. But I would also say that I have like a little bit of a mix of an American and a British accent because I studied in international schools my whole life. So I kind of mixed around with all the international kids at the time, and I kind of picked up the accent based around them. So it is mainly American, but yeah, it changes from time and again. So in case suddenly I'm like, hello, don't worry about anything, I apologize, guys, it is my fault. You know why it is, bro.
Yeah, we're not politically correct on this channel, right?
We're not. If you guys haven't realized at all, everything is explicit on
We
this.
drive diesels, of
Yeah,
course we're not.
yeah. Come on now.
1.6 diesels.
Yeah, today
1.6.
the ones that got Volkswagen into trouble, like we drive those diesels.
Yeah. Listen, man. Good consumption. That's all I can say. Like really good consumption. We're not gonna talk about consumption. But yeah.
We all have remaps.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, we will go
They
through
don't
those
know that.
topics.
Yeah.
We will go through like later on, like probably in some of the next shows. But I was thinking today, I watched Matt Watson and the new Skoda Superb,
Okay.
and out of all the cars that he recommends the 2-liter diesel to get. And I was thinking, like, is that even like politically correct to say in these days? Like there's an agenda to that. Like, is that? I don't know. I feel like people would think that he's pro-Trump now because he said people get the diesel. Like we live
Yeah.
in that world, and that's why we want to have this gas therapy.
Yeah. 100%.
But
Because you need to have 1.6 diesel.
yeah. But like we said so much good things about diesel, like we should call this then diesel therapy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure like a few YouTube channels would be super amazed by that. Like Whistling Diesel, he would be ecstatic. He would be like, no, wait, my brother's got us a diesel channel. Are we brothers right now? Oh my God, that is amazing.
all the truckers from
All the
US.
truckers from the US is gonna be our only ones who's gonna be following us. Imagine that, bro. That'd be hilarious, though.
So basically, we're diesel heads.
Yeah. That-
Petrol heads are.
Actually, yeah, that's a Balkan thing then.
I mean, I'd
diesel
say so.
heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you go through Bosnia, like the fumes you see in some of those cities, like
Since
yeah.
you cross the border, you feel like.
Yeah.
The more original name will be Disna heads for Balkan.
We Balkan people will understand, yeah.
True.
What we want to do today also, like to go through some car news and stuff, like just to comment the latest stuff in car industry. And yeah, Monterey just passed and stuff like that.
True.
A lot of new cars, like when we were preparing for this show, like a lot of just
Cars were
Instagram
just
was
coming out,
just banging with new photos of new cars.
That's true. Every couple of days.
Let's go through the heaviest first.
I wonder what that could possibly be, guys.
Let's
like
see.
The heaviest. Oof. That's a hard one.
Boom.
No way. Are we gonna be talking about the M5? Wow. Holy crap. No one would have probably guessed it.
Oh fuck.
So which kind of truck is this exactly? Like.
No, that's the photo of the moon.
Oh, that is? All right, my bad. Probably weighs the same. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Jeez.
Yeah.
Can I see one more time? Fuck's sake.
Bro, it doesn't even fit in the
screen, yeah.
in the screen. Like,
I think it got stuck
That's
in
how large
Suez
it is.
Canal.
Okay, aside from the design, like I'm not a fan of the new the new BMW design language at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we all could kind of like
I agree.
discuss about that, but I think like they have really taken a drastic turn in what they used to build to what they're building nowadays. I don't know what their design language or where they're headed
Stop,
towards.
stop,
or what
stop.
they're-
Don't save them. To worst. Just say to worst. They take the sign to
Absolute
worst.
garbage.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is that fair?
They sold their souls.
But do you know
Yeah.
who the designer is?
That's something that I actually would have loved to know. Yeah. Who is it?
The name will tell you everything. Domagoj Dukec. He's the main design.
No
he's the
way.
head of design in BMW. Yeah.
Domagoj, what are you doing, my man? Like, come on now, dude.
So
Like,
obviously Domagoj Dukec is a Croatian name, so that's why we know right away that the guy's Croatian. But the thing is, I think BMW loves him because people are buying this stuff. People are buying. I see them on the road, like.
here's my question. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's just the fact that no one cares about driving specifically anymore? Or do you think that they engineer their cars to actually be really good at what they say, or they reckon that they're really good at? Because their whole design line, apart from their design, just the way that they build their engines is so drastically different to, like, who would have thought that we live in a world where an M5, right, is going to turn out to be a plug-in hybrid? Just asking you guys. Did you ever predict that that might actually be a viable, especially after the whole news that happened with a Mercedes C63 scheme? Not going to mention the 2-liter 4-cylinder, but yeah. What would you have to like? I'm shocked in a way because I thought that they would probably wait on it, see that no one kind of reciprocated to the hybrid systems as well as that, and they would kind of stray away.
I kind
from
of
it.
saw the hybrid system coming. I don't know,
did?
like everything went hybrid. Like,
True, but even the
you know,
sports
LaFerrari,
division,
like that's 10 years ago.
True,
You know,
true,
like
true.
so. But I didn't expect it to be like. I expected it to be like those mild hybrids that are light, but I didn't expect it to be a little truck.
I think it got stuck in Suez Canal a few years ago.
I mean, yeah, the design aside, the interior.
You know what? It's not bad. I honestly, I think it's a kind of a vibe, but I think the lights and the ambient lighting is a little too
Yeah, I
much.
like the colors and the combination of M colors inside.
In the new,
It's decent, but
They're all going for that
nice.
7
Yeah.
Series look. Did you guys notice that? Like they're all going for the same kind of LED, like on the dash especially. I don't know. There's just something about it that just doesn't sit well with me because I think that, especially with newer cars, if you guys you've all driven like kind of relatively newer cars with ambient displays and big screens, they're so distractive. Like I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
what I
though,
wanted
but
to
they're
say.
super
I
distracting.
like the steering wheel. I like the general design of it, but these screens, they look like. Have you seen the live streams of like SpaceX going like the Dragon shuttles, and
Yeah.
literally inside they just have screens. Like this literally looks like you're just here to see the you know, like status of the car. Like
Gotcha,
you're not here to
gotcha,
drive it.
gotcha.
Like you're just here a monkey that has to press a button and that's it. Yeah, like you just see information about the car. Like the car shouldn't be driven.
What do you reckon? Is Domogo and Elon pretty good friends, or what's happening over there?
I don't know. Yeah, but that's a trend. You obviously feel the same way.
I agree.
right?
In all new G series, the modern ones, the newest models, this big display is like
It's way too
abomination
much.
for me. Yeah, but there are versions with the smaller display above the multimedia and the cluster, which is like separately.
On like the
That is
G80s,
cool.
right?
That is cool. Yeah, but some new have this
But
huge.
Let's the nicest interior for me is the previous generation Z4.
Sure.
Like no screen. Okay, maybe some small screens here and there, but just on a nice console and with the vents. That's it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Homage to the '60s cars, like where they had nice interiors and stuff
True,
like that.
true, true.
This now feels like a living room.
It
you
does.
know?
It does. Yeah.
Just the steering wheel. The steering wheel, I feel like I want to drive it. Like it looks good, but
Yeah.
the rest of the interior, it looks like a living room to me. Like I just want to watch Netflix on that thing.
Yeah, and just chill with your girl, like right in the seats, right? Like not even drive anywhere. No, it makes sense. Yeah, but what I wanted to say about that specifically, especially like the M5, and that's also another thing which I want to talk to you guys in general. What do you guys think about all the safety features that are coming out with all the new? Like now, that's part of our rules and regulations within EU that we all have to have these safety features on, where you always have the speed warning. And what do you guys reckon? What do you guys think about it? Do you think that that's something that you would want to have in your feature in your car? Sorry, or would you rather have like a feature? Because now I'm not joking. Like most of the cars that I've tested recently, I needed to individually turn off all the settings for lane
of course.
assist and all the speed warning, and everything has to individually be like.
Okay, warnings aside, like warning is more or less, but if I like get an injury and a safety feature could have saved me and I turned it off, I would feel really dumb, because you know, like we came to a certain point within car development, but yeah, like all these like warnings, they even feel distracting to me.
They do. They do.
More
though.
than it's a safety.
Exactly what I wanted to say. No, I
True,
agree with
true.
that 100%. It really is. Like there have been situations where, well, I can explain. Like it's this incident that happened recently where we're on the highway and we're just driving on the left lane, and obviously I was swerving a little bit too much to the left, and it was a car which I guess wasn't calibrated as well, or I don't know exactly what was wrong with it, but the way it jerked the car to the right just because I went on the line was ludicrous. It felt more unsafe to use a feature like that, like the lane assist essentially, than not have it on. I mean, I don't know about you, Bruno. You've used a couple of cars also with lane assist. Like,
Yes,
you
but
turn them off as well?
I turn them off, but usually it annoys me when I forget to turn on the blinker. You know, like I'm BMW driver, and then I just go, and it brings me back. You know, what's going on.
True. Yeah, that's an annoying feature that you gotta always turn on your blinkers if you want to kind of change lanes.
That-
Or
But
else
we're
it
not,
just kinda-
that's not our habit. Who needs to know where I'm going?
It's a surprise.
Yeah, regarding features, electric cars, we have another topic to discuss, and it's an electric car. What is it?
That's
That's
a
a-
Rimac
that's a-
Nevera.
That's a copy
who
of
can
Rimac
pronounce
What is
Nevera.
that exactly? It's basically a Rimac Nevera just done
Wait,
by
wait,
a
wait.
really beautiful designer. Oh my lord.
Who can pronounce that?
Yeah, exactly that. Like we need to make a challenge. Like
Okay, we can all
where-
try. Okay.
We can all try pronouncing it. I'm gonna like abominate this. Like, I'm not gonna-
Pininfarina Battista Targa America.
Ok, italiano. Pinafarina Battista Targa America.
Sì.
Pronto.
Pronto? What about you, bro? Give it a shot.
Pininfarina, cazzo, Battista, Targa America.
There goes our PG-13. There goes our.
Sorry, I don't speak
accents and
Italian.
everything.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what I just said, but
No, sorry.
No. No, but it is really a very beautifully designed car, and like I genuinely think it's to whoever buys this car, they're more looking into purchasing it for what's it even showcase purpose. If that makes any sense. Like they just want to kind of show off the car rather than kind of drive it and use it for its capabilities. If that makes any sense, and that's a real shame in my opinion.
from the wheel to the front end, it looks to me like an SF90 a lot.
It does give off that vibes, doesn't it?
But it's cool that it's based on.
Okay, Pininfarina, he was the Ferrari designer,
he
wasn't
was.
he?
Yes,
he was.
The last one was 458 exactly, or
Yeah, but look, like we were just talking about the design. Like nobody cares about the drivetrain, do they? Like Rimac already did the party trick.
That's true.
He was like, haha, I'm the fastest. And now after that, like, okay.
And which company, realistically, Mate is also really intelligent. If he's going to be outsourcing his technology and his knowledge, let's put it that way, he's not going to obviously give out the best trains to his competitors, will he? He's going to obviously retain that information for himself. And that's something to keep in mind because obviously the Rimac Nevera R just came out recently as well. And,
But that's the thing. Like, this is a very fast car.
A very fast car.
But it's not going for that. It's going for
not
the
going-
design.
yeah,
And that's it.
100%.
I think
100%.
Pininfarina was just in the market like, we're going to build a beautiful car. and
yeah.
we'll
Without
just-
drivetrain.
Which
Yeah,
can go
why-
like stink.
Yeah, actually. Why?
You can put 1.6 diesel inside and still have a beautiful car.
But why hasn't anybody done like a sculpture, just a sculpture, without the drivetrain? The Ferrari 2, which I'm not going to tell it because in the comments somebody will it's not this one.
we
But
already
he
know that,
was the first car that's legally an artwork. It's the most expensive Ferrari, like $20 million, like the 250 GTO or something, like from the 60s, and like legally, like in France.
I know,
they-
I don't know the name, but I do know what you're talking about.
yeah, they made it an
I
artwork,
saw it.
so
few
like
days ago.
they can sell it for like something.
Like just as an art piece without anything, without a drivetrain at all.
No, it does have everything.
does have
no,
everything.
No,
Okay,
it has
sorry.
everything, but like legally, the owner wanted it to be
As-
an
As art
artwork.
piece. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
And
But it's such a shame just thinking about for us fanatics who love driving and stuff. Like to think of a car, and I would say that there's correlation between the watch industry and the car industry in that type of a way, where there's a lot of buyers of luxury watches that just keep them in boxes just so that they can that they hope that the market's going to rise and they can resell it in at a profit. Whereas car, like especially people who own like 918 Spiders. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I ever were given the chance to own a car like that, I'd be driving that every single weekend. I don't know about you guys. Like I don't know how you think about your cars or how you like to take care of your cars in general, but I think a car is made to be driven. Especially with German engineering, they're built for that.
Yeah.
And it's like such a shame to just keep them kind of stored away, just in the hopes of.
It depends
being able
who
to-
bought it.
100%.
Somebody bought it as an investment.
As a collector.
True.
Yeah.
But
And like it's literally depreciating for him if he makes 1 kilometer with that car.
that's true.
That's a
true.
shame, but he bought it as an
Yeah, it's a
investment.
shame, but you can make a few kilometers every weekend. It wouldn't kill you.
It's easy for us to say, but
Yeah.
a few kilometers might be 100,000 K less in price. you
Usually,
know?
I think people who own those cars like wouldn't care too much about the 100,000 realistically. Maybe they do. You never know. Actually,
Depends on the motives.
Well,
yeah.
I know the guy who can erase kilometers. Yeah.
Welcome to the Balkans.
from Albania. I know him as well, dude. What?
Wait, you
He
go to
also
him as well.
worked with Evos, Ferraris, and everything.
There you go.
Can you imagine? Like,
It's only got 20,000 on it, and you start off and immediately starts off with the music like. Oh man.
oh, that's such a good sketch for a hidden camera. Like to find a guy who actually does it. Like, but obviously we're gonna blur it because he's gonna go to jail if,
Sure,
if,
sure.
somebody knows. And to go into his workshop with a Ferrari and say like, "Come on, lower it for 100K kilometers." Like just the look on his face would be priceless. Like, come on.
I guarantee you, he'd just be like, easy, no problem. No, well, how much? Well, how many kilometers you want?
I work on Fiat. Okay? This is a Fiat.
It's
yeah.
the same. It's the same engine. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, let me bring my laptop, and you'll get it done in like literally.
No, let me bring my drill.
Flamaster. Wait,
The funny thing is probably like it would be a Fiat software.
guarantee, bro. You know what's the best part? You'll definitely get like a piece of bread or something as you're leaving the salon. Like for sure. They'll give
His
you a piece of bread
babushka
for
will
sure.
give it to
His
you.
babushka is gonna make sure to get like a piece of bread or something for sure.
Oh yeah, let's go to a diesel topic finally.
Thank God.
Ooh,
What's that, A4?
very nice.
A5 and S5.
S5.
Just got announced.
That's essentially what an A4
like
is now
the-
turned into.
I
Actually,
love,
now I actually don't need RS6 anymore
yeah,
with this.
Yeah, I would agree. But do you know that? Do you guys know this? I mean, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But Audi's aiming to have all the even numbers that they have in their lineups to be electric powered chains, and whereas their odd numbers to be all
ICE.
combustion based models. So that's literally why the A4 is now converted into the A5. The A6 is basically the A7, whereas they're gonna release an A6 as well, but it's gonna be an e-tron essentially, like an electrified Audi. Same thing goes with pretty much any even number, which is super weird, and it's very confusing. I'm not gonna lie, but at the exact same time, speaking of the A5 and the S5, it's absolutely gorgeous. I think
yeah, I like the design.
is
I like the
really,
design. Yeah, just that topic. Like, I would buy this over the A6 then.
100%. Or I just go with the old RS6. I'm not gonna lie. If it were me, I
From
think that
2017.
there you go.
Definitely.
me in.
Yeah.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, but
With little
1.6
bit-
diesel.
with a lot of-
1.6 diesel? All right, gotcha. Yeah, I thought so.
On each side.
On each side? Okay. How many turbos is it gonna have? Few? All right, okay. That's gonna be the only
All of
RS6
turbos.
running black smoke like in the back, bro. Like, and you gotta put
Let's-
ABT signs just for shits and giggles, you know, just in case, like just so they know.
ABT sign, but
Like the biggest tractor.
yeah, it looks
Nigga,
good.
nigga.
The fact that they came out with a touring is unbelievable. Like honestly, because only the A4 had a touring
Yeah,
until that point. Now this one is like a beautiful, like kind
No,
of.
the 5 Series never had the A5 never had a touring.
No, it did not.
But
And I
wait.
think that's
On Sportback, yeah.
I think I speak in the name of all people who are watching this right now. Is this now the new A4?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
it is.
you.
I would say it is because I feel like it's even better for them as a auto manufacturer, right? Because they're essentially using a very similar platform that they've already used for quite a long time, and they basically brought it into a much bigger package because realistically it's a lot bigger. The problem with the A4 for me always was it's essentially identical to the A3 when it comes to a level of space inside wise. Like maybe there's a couple of centimeters that you have, but it's nothing huge when it comes to a significant difference.
Yep.
Whereas the A5 now is able to kind of give you best of both worlds while also incorporating that design aspect that we all kind of love. Very modern, I'm not gonna lie, with the entire freak matrix LEDs that they have as well. Absolutely.
I like
nuts.
this. I like this.
And finally, Matt Watson's gonna love this as well. Real exhaust, man. Imagine they're using real exhaust, which is crazy.
Has Audi found its mojo that BMW lost?
To some degree, until I saw the new S3 and the RS3.
That's recent news, yeah.
Yeah, that's recent news that we can talk about. I mean, shortly.
That's
We
for
won't
next
discuss it
episode.
completely. But the thing which bothers me about the new S3 is just the front. Like, I'm glad that they kind of went with a new drivetrain. It's a 333 horsepower, 4-cylinder, 2-liter as well. Amazing car. Like, probably it's that perfect median if you don't want to go for a too sporty car, but you want something powerful enough to kind of give you the thrills, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's a great lineup, but the problem with that entire car, in my opinion, is the fact that it just looks like a base A3. So if you are spending that extra cash, I'm sorry guys, I went to Croatian for a second. It's A3, base A3. If you do want that kind of, let's say, power and desirability, you're not gonna be able to kind of showcase that. Some people want that. Some people want to be like that incognito, buy an A8, S8, just to kind of go under the radar, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're already spending that amount, it would be kind of a shame for not being able to showcase it. Like, they don't even have a badge anymore in the front showcasing that it's an S3. Kind of ridiculous in my opinion, but okay.
Yeah.
And it looked pretty good, honestly. Even the old generation looks really, really good. The S3s especially.
Regarding pretty
I
cars,
like those
Yeah.
badges.
our
Oh.
next topic.
Oh, are we going on the next one? All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Hit me.
Oh my God! Hi, Josip. Like, that's my favorite car. Oh my God! I'm going with my guys to Italy. Like, dude, how did they go from the Cinquecento to that? Is my main question. Like, what were they thinking, bro?
You know what? I don't
Like,
know.
what happened to Fiat as a brand? Is my main
Is
question.
this car?
They changed the drugs probably.
Yeah, I think so too.
Does this car have makeup?
Now 600 grams.
Bro, honestly, it looks like it's got eyebrow. Like, it's got one of those eyebrow kits. Like, you know, you buy it, you purchase the car, and you get like an eyebrow kit
It's
with
got
it.
bitch face.
It's literally got like.
Yeah.
I'm in dilemma. I
Look
don't
those
know.
eyes.
I'm gonna bleep that. No, no.
No,
Can you put
please
it
don't.
please back on? I'm in dilemma. I don't know if it's a sexy look or
Are you getting turned on?
no. I don't know if it's sexy look or drunk look. Like, I don't know what is it from those.
Bruno, I don't know what the hell you smoked before coming here to the not a podcast, but if that's pretty to you, bro, something's going
No, but
wrong.
look. I didn't say pretty.
No, he didn't say pretty.
drank
He
too
said
much
like
of
the
this
look of the
Red
car is
Bull.
like wink, wink. You know, the car is trying to be seductive.
Yeah, you know.
No.
I'm not even going to comment.
But you
on
said
it.
exactly good. Trying.
Is this car also produced in Serbia?
Poland.
Poland. Oh yeah.
Fiat's producing.
Just for the giggles, like imagine a Serbian guy producing this car, you know, and knowing it's going to be probably bought by the gay community.
Here's my honest prediction, and you guys tell me whether I'm wrong or not. If this was produced by him, he would not be able to return home. Like, no one's gonna accept him back home. His babushka or baba or deda, or in Croatian terms, grandfather, grandmother, is never letting him come back into his house. He's never getting one of those home
No,
cooked
no,
meals
they
ever
will,
in his
with
life again.
bullets.
Because that is not gonna show up, man. But if he did show up with one of those Volkswagen Golfs, though, oh my God, then they're gonna be the happiest people in the world. They're gonna be like, cinco padisi.
Yeah, and in the Balkans, like it's important for you to drive a German car. No matter what, it has to be a German car.
Yeah, man.
And imagine this next topic of ours, you come up with a Korean car.
True.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's crazy to me to think that, like, you think about the E46, right? And you think about all these great cars that these guys have produced, from the M2 Comp to the M2. Like, what the hell is this? Where you guys, what went wrong? Like, were you guys having an internal discussion amongst yourself, and you were like, we're not targeting the female enough. We're just getting these ruthless
No, but it's-
drivers like ruining our name or our brand. I don't know what they were thinking, but this is not it.
It looks exactly like the Kia Proceed.
It looks exactly like a Kia Proceed.
But
I would,
Looks like
I would completely agree with you.
you put BMW badge on a microwave.
Yeah.
Okay, that's harsh. That's harsh.
But let's
This is a story about the leak.
Bro, it's probably got the same RPMs as a
Coupe.
microwave, so
but
don't even say it.
is a BMW with a front
But
filter, right?
this is a leaked Grand Coupe, and this is probably a China version or something because I saw the badging is in Chinese in the back. And like the front, obviously the new 1 Series, like blah, okay, it's a Kia. But I actually like the back of it. If it's ever,
not bad.
if it's ever going to come to Europe, because this is a obviously Chinese thing maybe, but the back looks like the old 5 Series, which is
Got
okay.
a nice ass, man. It's got a nice ass. Can't say anything. It's got a damn good ass, man. All right, I see you. All right, fair enough. Like I'll kind of retract my statement, but don't show me ever the front again, bro. Please,
So-
Josip, me and Jew, we don't need to see that car, especially from the front anymore, man. Like leave that ass. I'm more of an ass guy anyhow, so fair enough. Like I can stare at that
Put
for
a
a
bag
while.
on
but-
that face,
Yeah. Put a bag on
Move
that
your
face,
face.
bro. Listen.
Škarnica.
Oh, a topic.
Let's go to a proper German car then.
Of course, man. The topic you guys are
on.
looking forward to the
The
most.
Balkan blood.
They're
is
already
starting to
praying.
boil.
They're looking forward to this. This is the moment they've been waiting for in the Not podcast. Are you guys ready for this?
Missing some diesel.
It's a GTI. It's not the GTD.
No. Come on now, Josip. You gotta get the facts right. It is a Golf GTI. You guys probably have never seen cars like this before, nor have you seen a Golf R, I'm assuming. Best part about it is it's legitimately the only change in it, if I'm not mistaken, maybe you guys can correct me, or if you guys in the comments can correct me if possible, but it's literally just 15 horsepower more, brother. So it's got a grand total of, if I'm not mistaken, 326 or 328 horsepower now, over what it had before.
The GTI or the R?
The R.
Yeah, something like that.
I've always been a fan of the kind of GTI Club Sports more, though, especially the Golf 7s. The Club Sport was unbelievable, guys. Like, genuinely speaking, because on the 7, the R version of the 7 was way too heavy. So what happened, especially on track, is it was really like understeer, like extremely understeer, and that was super annoying. Whereas the Club Sport, on the other hand, because of its lightweightness, handled better. And the funniest thing that I remember very vividly is I actually had 2 seconds a faster time with a Club Sport over a Golf R, at least the 7. But whereas these ones, I'm not quite sure how they go or what they feel like, but what would be great is if we could kind of give the audience that kind of understanding. So if we could film it in one of these days, it would be amazing. I mean, there's anyways not a lot of golfs in Croatia, so it's going to be really hard for us to find it, but we'll try to figure it out amongst ourselves.
Yeah, well, in general, I like the 7th generation more than
Better.
the 8th.
I agree.
But isn't that the story that the 8th generation is regarding quality worse because of all the Dieselgate and less spending? Or
100%. No. I definitely agree with you.
just the example of the hood. In the 7th generation, you have the hydraulic
spokes, and now you have a
This-
strut. Yeah, which is crazy.
I have a Skoda Citigo, like with
I know.
Come on.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna kind of spoil this for the audience, but at the same time, I recently purchased a new car as well, a Cupra Formentor, like the newest one as well.
for the American market. What is a Cupra?
I think the guys know. Do you want me to actually explain what a
Okay,
Cupra
it's a
is?
Seat, but
It's
now
a Seat. It's a Seat, like also based from the Volkswagen Group. Only a Spanish brand that they kind of represent themselves as. Apart from Cupra, they also produce. They're like their racing division, like the RS division of Audi or AMG division of Mercedes. But I think a lot of people already know this. But I'm not going to waste more time on it. But the thing that fascinated me is in a car from 2024, a brand new car that costs quite a lot, right? it still has struts. Like, come on, man. I'm not working on a racing car. I'm working on like a X SUV. Let's put it that way in that category. And the fact that it has
But
a strut is
it's a
crazy.
race car. It's a weight reduction. You can look at it like that.
Listen, man, I don't need no weight reduction for my day to day. All I need is to be able to lift up my hood without having to do like
Smack
pull
me on
it
the
in.
back.
Like, what's going on, man? Like the fact that my Audi at the moment has that, and the fact that my newer car won't is just fascinating to me. So yeah, I don't know what it is about the struts that they're obsessed with, but
Yeah.
clearly they like.
But
for
it looks
something.
nice. It has
looks
an,
nice.
it has Alfa Romeo
Wheels. Yeah, it does. It's got
But
Stelvio wheels.
it's everything
essentially.
what a Golf is expected to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's always a Golf, and they just change a little bit on the bumper, and that's
But
it.
just enough,
yeah,
and it looks good. Yeah.
They just scratch it a little bit. Oh,
And this
extra
color is
design.
already for 7 years.
yeah. Golf R also can.
The Golf R did come out. Yeah,
It's obviously
it's blue
yeah, and
like
that-
every other one.
Yeah.
but I miss the days of the R32.
Oh, 100%. R32, R36
Yeah, that's
as
the
well.
most
We were-
sweetest
Sound,
V6.
yeah.
noise ever. I agree
Still.
100%.
We are
the
still,
sweetest.
still,
Yeah.
still.
Like I was looking, you can buy them for cheap, but obviously not in good condition. But to buy a used one and to put a retro mod like the steering wheel from the 7th
Yeah.
generation Golf, like that's such a good car.
Yeah.
But Mark 4 or Mark 5? Which
Mar-
one would you guys take?
Mark 5.
Mark,
Mark
any.
5.
Any
I'll
Mark.
go with a Mark 5 as well, probably.
All right, I would go for the 5. Yeah.
Any.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah,
going to rise
five,
in
five,
price. though.
definitely,
Like,
definitely
realistically.
five, definitely five.
Those cars are honestly significantly going to rise in price. So in case anyone's looking for
Investment.
it's a pretty good deal, honestly.
Yeah.
But also, I like this from this is a GTI model 1.8 with 20 volts
Oh, the
turbo.
twin valves? Yeah. Okay.
I like those engines. I have drive one. It goes very sweet.
Goes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Obviously, as a Golf, like it's boring to talk about it design wise. Like it's a Golf, and that's it.
I'm just glad we're not talking about the Fiat
Yeah, you
600.
can
anymore.
put-
Like, I don't mind talking about this like right now, but as long as it's not the
You
Fiat
can put
600.
5,000 horsepower inside. It's still Golf.
And yeah, that's the crazy thing about it. Like everyone, those engines are capable of so much more. Very similar to the Porsche flat sixes as well. Like they're capable of so much more. You know, on a Turbo S, you can pretty much run 1,000 horsepower with having no issues whatsoever. Realistically, if you have a good dyno and you have a good guy who knows what he's doing. But at the exact same time, Golfs can also run up to like 500 to 600 horsepower, and it's not an issue whatsoever.
But they
for
had
that engine.
those like for one-offs.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like
100%.
for shows and stuff like that, like the 600 horsepower and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, it's a Golf. It's
It's a
black.
Golf.
It has a nice diffuser.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. I have two kids, like 2 and 3 year olds. You know, like
Here's a question: do you think the design of a Golf, like touring, like Golf R touring, is better, or do you like the Seat Leon touring?
Seat Leon
or
always.
Cupra Leon?
Yeah, cool. Leon always has the
There's just
better
something
design.
about their design. What is it about the Spanish? Like muy bien. They know what they're doing, man.
But this is
But-
not, like in my eyes, not like Krpel, bro. Like,
No, but also the Skoda Octavia estate also looks way better than the Golf. It's as if the Golfs are always afterthoughts, like regarding the oh, we're just gonna bump this trunk in and that's it, you know.
What can we do to
It
increase our
looks
sales?
like
we
it
can
has-
make a touring as well, just in case. Like people will need space, so we might as well. But it's so dumb because they have the Passats already. Like
Yeah. Yeah, they could. Yeah, they didn't do a Passat. What was it? R30.
Six.
36.
Yeah, R36.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
V6.
was R36.
Natural
Yeah, I mentioned it
aspirated.
already.
They didn't
crazy.
do that.
One of my friends had it back in the day, and it was just
But they're never going to make it anymore.
No.
Like they're going to make an electric version, you know. like-
unfortunately
Of
most
R36.
likely.
Or they
V6.
actually did already the ID7, right? That's a Passat practically.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. You have an ID7, you have the ID5.
But this looks like it has cancer on the back.
I told you.
You're always so.
I'm glad that I'm so glad that I'm not the one who said it.
Just
bro. I'm
direct.
so glad that we have one person who's rootless here.
Okay, just say it, a tumor, right?
Yeah. A tumor and then
I mean, I would. If somebody gave it to me, I would be fine. But yeah, if I would buy it off of my own money,
Brother, just wait for the golf fanatics to start commenting. You're gonna get ripped to shreds, my boy.
You can find me in Zagreb, guys.
Who's gonna come here?
You just hey.
Even we're looking to go out of Zagreb.
I'm here, man. Come on now. Why do you have to do me so dirty?
No,
bro?
I meant here in the basement of our studio. Like we have a layer here, you know.
That's true. That's true. It's like a man cave.
You're actually in a
Proper
castle on
Yeah,
top of a hill.
I just wanted to compliment, that's sarcasm, the photos of this golf. Like it seems like they're so boring. Like it's lazy. Like this is a
Yeah,
presentation
like
of a new
they were
car.
fighting the
This is a presentation of a new
worst
car.
angle.
No, but not just that.
Bro,
but
like, he never learned how to take photos of a car. What are we talking about? This guy literally pulled out his freaking camera. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I got only one lens to take a shot.
No,
with. You know what? I'm gonna just stand here. I'm gonna
I just teased the next topic, but look,
Sorry.
They just like Volkswagen was probably like, oh, we are going to take these cars on the track, and you take photos of it, so we can take nice with one.
His accent's so good. You nailed it, bro. Don't leave me hanging.
No, but like they,
No, don't leave me hanging. I'm waiting for a fist bump. Cheers, guys.
for the camera.
There, yeah. That's what I was saying.
No, but like they just put it on the track. Like everyone else has like specific photos of the car. Like they just went here on the track and here, take photos of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
They're
there's
starting
no
to-
thought process behind it.
They're
at
starting
all.
to get lazy, you know.
It's like I have a neighbor who has a camera.
But I realized that though, like, as a photographer, like ourselves, actually, these videographers, man, I find it fascinating that people don't take the time to actually. Okay, even if you're taking a photo of a car and you might not know the owner, chances are you might see him there, right? And what fascinates me is I've seen so many photos nowadays with either the window down or like a door open. How long would it take you to go up to the person who's the owner and say, please, I'm trying to get a really good shot of your car. Can you please close the door? Or can you please align it over here or put it somewhere else?
Can you please get out?
Yeah. Can you give me the keys? Like, it's fine. Like, I'll just check it out as well. It's all good. No worries at all.
Yeah,
But yeah, moving on, right?
The next company has good photos always.
Oh, nah, they're...
This looks sick.
Sheesh. Oh, shit.
Is this
I just feel bad
this is
for
in
all the-
Croatia.
Looks incredible.
That's Velebit in the background.
That's at my house, babe.
Yeah, this is Velebit in the background. Like
That's where you can probably
That's
find
my
him.
land. That's my land. in the back.
that's where I dumped trash.
But can we all
That's my
just say
country.
that it's generationally better than the Nevera when it comes to design? Like, I'm sorry to say, like, it looks so much better than the base Nevera.
I feel sorry for the Nevera
I
owners right
feel
now.
bad
yeah?
for all the Nevera.
Like, they just-
guys,
the
that
thing
looks-
is, it didn't sell well, didn't it?
the Nevera,
The base Nevera.
the base Nevera.
Still no, I think.
Not
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I think it didn't sell out the whole production.
They sold 6, 7.
But this one, like now, it feels like if they rushed with the Nevera, like it feels like this is finally a polished, finished product.
Yep.
Nevera was the clickbait.
Yeah. Well, concept one is not a clickbait at all. Richard Hammond's gig's not a clickbait for you enough, man. Like him almost dying was not a clickbait enough.
They
for you?
also needed few more clickbaits.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna get somewhere when people are gonna stop producing Rimats as Rimac, man. Like when we
Rimac,
start
yeah,
listening to people pronounce Rimats as Rimats,
Okay, yeah.
that's gonna be the moment where we're gonna be like, okay, this is an established brand, right?
Just
now.
explain for all the guys who are watching. How
All
do you
right, so
pronounce
for
it?
all the audience watching, Rimac, or what a lot of audience, like Americans actually, pronounce the car manufacturer as, is not necessarily Rimac, it's Rimats, and it's based off of the owner's name, the CEO,
Surname,
whose name
yeah.
is Mate Rimats. So that's the right way of pronouncing it. It's Rimats, not Rimac.
Maybe they need to put S at the end, so it will be Rimas.
Or put an X. Everything sounds better with X in it. Remax.
Remad Max.
Remax. Dude,
But I think on Top Gear they did joke around that it sounded like a window
But the
cleaner.
mate
no
will be
way.
mad.
X, yeah, Remax. Remax.
He's Remax.
But yeah,
No, but-
obviously now it's faster. Blah
It's
blah.
faster. It's.
Looks
I think the
gorgeous.
top speed is
Yeah.
not any different though. And
beautiful
funny
car.
fact about the Nevera R, from what I heard, is it's got actually a smaller battery capacity, but it's a lot more efficient, supposedly. Which means that the cells that they're using within their batteries, their individual cells, are a lot more efficient than it was before. Which is why it can produce a lot more power output at a faster pace than the actual Nevera. But overall, I think top speed is very similar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, obviously, how you get to that top speed.
Yeah,
is
it's different. Exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, the looks.
Speaking of design, the
Looks
car,
beautiful.
car is beautiful.
car is gorgeous. Car is. You can see that the guys from Bugatti took some time to kind of discuss it with Mate. And be
Come,
like,
Mate, come,
Mate, you know
sit
what?
down.
Yeah. What is this, Mate?
Sit down, Mate. Please, we need to talk about the design-wise of your cars.
Yes, we said. We need to talk about we.
Here's a baguette. You make the engines, and we make the
And then Mate
design.
was like, no, I got a Rakia for you. Wait a minute. 2,000 horsepower, though. Is that okay? Okay, then let's do it. He had a plan. He wanted to go over 2,000 horsepower.
Some people are saying i8 in the back, but that's not a bad thing.
Do you think this is capable of beating the Koenigsegg's record at the moment? Is the question now.
I don't know. I kind of don't care, but maybe it's people that
Do
would
care?
buy the car
Sure.
would care.
Yeah.
Is
I
it-
guess so.
Do you get an extension cord with this one? Like in the back?
Like a 50 meter. Yeah, but no,
Listen,
but
man, now you got a hub to put all your electronics on the wing. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
But looks
gorgeous.
If you
No, I
look-
just put more photos in here
Looks
because
good.
just it's gorgeous.
It will look much better
Just
with,
absolutely
with,
gorgeous.
with real
They say
exhaust
Ferrari
in
in
the
the front a bit. Yeah, I mean it does look a bit like a Ferrari, but,
Corvette-ish as well.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
there's like Corvette
Corvette-ish,
giving
yeah.
like Z06
but
kind of
still,
vibes.
it's not a bad thing.
It's hard
not
to
a bad
avoid
thing. It's
today.
not a bad thing. And the cravata
resembling
on the
other.
side as well. They
Yeah.
kind of retain that kind
So
of
yeah,
body language. of
for
everything.
anyone who doesn't know, like that's a tie,
Tie, yeah.
on the side of which is a Croatian product.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's on the side of the Nevera. Yeah.
Cravata.
This is my inspiration for the back. Like I cannot unsee
Fair.
the stormtrooper and
Ah,
the
yeah.
Stormtrooper in the back. Yeah,
Now I
can see
understand.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got
the
something for
eyes. Yeah, he does
everybody.
kind
So
of give
you
off
saw
the vibe.
the preparation for the show, and you were like, "What?
Stormtrooper,
What's this
yeah.
slide about?" No, yeah. As soon as I saw the back, I was like, "Oh yeah, Stormtrooper! I would get this car in pure white
Just on purpose.
and
Yeah.
do Star Wars stuff."
You have a Yoda like just on the dash, like just putting on it. Like, yes, this is me. No, that's the worst Yoda like. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Like I did not intend on doing that.
By the Nevera S, you must.
You must. Yeah. There you go.
And instead of the horn, I would put the Imperial March, like. Yeah, overtaking everyone on the road.
Mate's never.
But
taught
we-
me once.
I
we-
mean, just look at the details in the wheels, bro.
Unreal.
Like here, you can see the
Craftsmanship.
yeah, but
Beautiful.
the level up. You know, now you can see. This is what Nevera would have been if they had more time.
That's true. And
Like you said-
budgets, not to mention the amount of struggles that they went through in order to be able to even get that. Or not to mention also the fiasco with the whole Hamilton situation down. I think if no one has actually watched this, I'm talking to the audience right now. Just watch the documentary about how Mate, I think it's on YouTube somewhere. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but maybe you can kind of link it in the description. Free promo. I'm joking. But it just goes to show like the struggles that Mate had to kind of overcome in order to even get that business like running. And I think it's on their official pages itself. And it's unbelievable just listening to the stories from each and every
Yeah,
one.
they had the official series or something.
Yeah.
about
And
history.
it's great. It's honestly
because
really, really great.
it was some kind of anniversary recently, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Funny enough, I went with Ivana, Mate's sister, in college. Like we were
No.
classmates. Yeah. So yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry for just to go back to the Nevera, the Stormtrooper reference. You can actually go towards people with a Stormtrooper face because it goes 280 in reverse. You can just flank.
You can overtake people with a stormtrooper face, man. Like you're just going to reverse and just like waving to people.
Yeah.
Goran's a psychopath for doing that. I'm not gonna. Dundek, right? I forgot his last name, but yeah, Goran is the main
The test driver.
The test driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Margut,
yeah.
Margut. Wait, no,
Margut, yeah.
that's Miro.
Aha, Miro.
Mrgudija Miro.
Aha.
A Goran je... Kako se ne Miro is also crazy.
Another beautiful car came out.
Oh no, please.
Also on the Monterey Car Week.
Also Monterey, yeah.
I need to go, guys. Someone is calling me.
Temerario.
Lamborghini, what the fuck?
I don't even know, guys. Like, this is the crazy part, right?
They
It just
did it with
came out.
closed
Like,
eyes.
not even, like, what? Has it been a month since they came out with the Revuelto, right? Mm-hmm. And now you come out with this?
Well, obviously, they wanted to come out in pairs, like
Fair.
Gallardo and
The Huracan or the
Murcielago.
yeah, Huracan and what was the last one? The Aventador.
Aventador, yeah.
Like that's kind of a pair, you know.
Sure.
Like it's always like Murcielago, Gallardo.
Yeah.
But it feels kind of rushed. It feels too
way
soon.
too rushed, first of all. And second of all,
What
if
the
you're going
fuck
to
is
come
that?
out with... I honestly think that if you ask
Lada,
any
yeah.
kid, draw me a supercar, this is pretty much the kind of shape that they're probably going to go for, honestly. Like, it's crazy to me that they went so
Design
basic
is,
with the design.
Underwhelming.
Russian.
Is
It
it?
has something Russian in the front.
Lada.
I don't know. Yeah.
worry about anything. You know,
Lada RS
Could be
Four-wheel
the sharp
drive.
lines.
with tennis ball behind.
What's up with all the car manufacturers going extremely slick with their LEDs?
I think.
though? What's going on with that?
I think the Countach sold well,
Okay.
and I don't know. I kind of feel a Countach vibe in the front.
Yeah,
The
but
new Countach.
yeah, the like
Yeah,
retro
no,
one,
no,
yeah.
no.
The masked Aventador.
True,
Countach, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like
I
that.
actually got the fortunate. I actually got to see it like a couple of times because I was on Supercar Owner Circle, and the Countach was there, the newer one. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, but
I'd rather
why
probably.
does that work and this doesn't?
It's the fact that we're used to a specific design.
We
right?
saw the
Like,
Revuelto,
we already
that's
know
why.
what the Countach looked like back in the day, and this is like just a refurbished introduction of that same car that we have grown up loving. We grew up, and then seeing it modernized made sense to us. Like the fact that this has just come out of nowhere, the fact that they just said, "Oh, you know what? We could actually make something." This lines makes no sense to me realistically. And the amount of hexagons, come on.
What is this
There's
some
a
kind of-
hexagon. It's like they're worshiping hexagons in every single element. Like you can see hexagons everywhere. Look at the fuel cap. Like it's a hexagon. Look at the light. It's a hexagon. Look at the front light. Go back to the first slide. It's a hexagon. It's insane.
The exhaust pipe also.
The exhaust pipe's a hexagon. I mean, that's their theme, right?
And
They're
the
trying to
magnetic-
go for that honeycomb
now I
kind of
see it
feeling,
everywhere.
but-
The
The
mirrors.
owner's eyes are also hexagon.
You get glasses.
If he does end up, bro, it is definitely a hexagon.
You get glasses with it. That's the hexagon.
Oh man,
For free.
Yeah.
I don't like
it.
it.
Doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. But a guy on Instagram I saw, here's his tag. Like he made a render.
Better, but still not Revuelto level.
Yeah.
it's the fact that the lines of the Revuelto is so sharp, right?
It's aggressive.
It's sharp. There's like
Designs, curved,
panels that just
everything.
make sense. Like I don't know.
But why does this work and the previous slide doesn't?
think
It's
the-
low to the ground.
Low to the ground and rims are different. And but it
The
does
color,
definitely
the
look a
color
lot
is
better.
better for this
Yeah,
car. and
exactly.
Because of the color, the headlights look maybe even wider than in the previous darker car. The headlights are almost are
Thin to
invisible.
thin.
Yeah.
But the matte doesn't look good.
Can you kind of like? I wish we could kind of cover up just the front. From the front, if you were to just cover up like the, so you just take the 1/4 of the car, the front hood, just the front hood. Tell me that doesn't look like a Ferrari, like a GTB or something in those
True,
lines. Like
true.
they're all going for the
put
same
a badge,
type of look.
put
And to
a
me,
Ferrari badge, and yeah.
it's crazy to me that they're all going for the same type of look nowadays. And I'm not gonna lie, even the GTB Ferrari to me was so
But
underdeveloped.
do you know what the funniest thing is? Like Toyota Prius has that look in the front.
Lotus Emira.
Yeah, but
Also
no,
going for
but
the
okay,
same
that's a
thing, yeah.
sports car, but this is Toyota Prius.
Isn't the Emira the SUV or what's it called? The SUV. I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh yeah, the new Lotus.
Yeah, the new Lotus.
But it's
Emira, the
still
SUV.
considered the
But it's
fast.
also got the same kind of LEDs, like extremely thin LEDs.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is kind of like the way moving forward, or you're also not a fan of it? let us know because we really want to know. Because
Way reverse.
are we just weird? Like, are we the only ones that think that they're only good?
Look, we do have our own group therapy here.
That's
so
true.
Obviously,
That's
we
true.
are the weirdos.
That's true. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
But do you remember who started the trend with slim headlights?
Not really. No.
Citroen, I think, with the Picasso.
True.
And then everyone copied them, even BMW. Like with the slim headlights and then the actual headlights underneath hidden.
Yeah. Like the fogs.
Like that's so funny to me when I saw the 7 Series or the X7 copy a Citroen. Like I was like, come on, guys.
The XM
wow.
as well now.
Like you should be the trend setters, not Citroen. Okay, Citroen was back from like 100 years. Like they did.
They had some of the best
Yeah,
suspensions.
but also the Jaba in Croatian, like what's it called? That
Frog.
model.
I know what it is.
The model, the DS.
It's Frog, man.
The Citroen DS. Yeah, the iconic Citroen.
Iconic
like that.
Citroen. Yeah, we know what it is. A Jaba. But yeah.
We call it Frog. Oh, but the Citroen DS, it's called, yeah. And
DS.
like that's beautiful, but kind of like lately, like Jeremy Clarkson was making fun of that, like Peugeots and the Citroens simply they started to on purpose make worse cars like from the 2000s onwards. And then for them to put trends that other manufacturers are going to copy it.
It's
like,
fascinating,
crazy.
yeah.
BMW to copy a Citroen, like that was so funny to me.
One of the longest drives I've ever done was actually with a Citroen Picasso that you mentioned. I did 1,800 kilometers and I drove to Denmark, like Aalborg from Croatia, just so that I could pick up one of my dear friends, one of my closest friends, to bring him back to watch Croatia play in his own country. I was like, no, bro, there's no flights. Don't worry, I'm going to come pick you up. Worst mistake of my life, guys. I could not feel my ass for like 3 days after that, but I was cheering for Croatia and we did end up going
At least it's a comfortable car.
It is. It actually surprisingly really comfortable.
Imagine going in something sporty.
Yeah, and funny enough, I got a speed ticket with it as well, obviously. I mean, I could not help myself. I got it in Germany passing a tunnel. It was going 160, but that's my fault. I can't help myself with that.
So only in Germany you managed to get to 160.
Listen, bro, you needed to get like that German citizenship, considering I'm driving a French car, and I knew the best way to do it is for probably driving fast on the autobahn. And listen, that's a good memory. I have my photo, my face on the Citroen at 2:30 in the morning. I was driving down back.
There was a YouTube channel. They had a car news. I love that. Called Fastlane Daily.
Okay.
I was following them like so much, and then they got bought, and then the usual stuff like they went under. But the guy went to Germany, and now he just reminded me. He rented a Citroen Picasso, I think it was, and he went to the Nürburgring with it, and it was such. Everyone was laughing, like Porsche GT3 RS is like passing by a Citroen. But that's also an experience.
I think everyone's got to experience the Nordschleife at least once, bro. Like most of my tests that I did for Volkswagen in general was based around the Nordschleife, so I spent quite a lot of time on the Nürburgring. And it's fascinating. It is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fascinating when you're driving like you're driving like a GT3 and you're kind of just showcasing the lap to someone, right? Like just showcasing the track, sorry, not the lap, but the track to someone. And you just see like a Mazda Miata passing you at like 210. You know, like, what the hell does this guy have under his hood?
There was a recent guy who made a Twingo, like with, I don't know, 600 horsepower.
I think it's engine from Honda.
Yeah, or something
2.0
crazy.
turbo.
You know?
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah,
And
he
you
was
put it in a
passing.
Twingo?
Yeah, 300 and I don't know.
There's lunatics out there, man. Like, also the
But
Hayabusa engines.
from the exterior is stock.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
sleeper.
The same as
It
the
was a
Ficho.
sleeper, yeah.
I saw a Ficho.
Fiat
with a
500?
Fiat 500. We call it a Ficho here in
Yeah.
Croatia. And the 500. And the guy put a Suzuki Hayabusa engine in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I saw it while I was driving hill climb races. The guy
absolutely.
was driving Yugos with Kawasaki
There
engines.
you go. Yeah.
It was
nuts.
crazy.
But you
yeah.
could hear him instantly it's a motorcycle engine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Instantly, brother. Like, it was so obvious.
Okay, but back to the Lamborghini.
Back to the Lambo.
Do you like the interior?
Yes.
I like the interior
I like
too.
the
Yes.
interior too. It's like kind of sticking with what they know, what they got.
It's
Volkswagen,
revolting.
typical.
I like the steering wheel more now than
Yeah,
before.
but I don't like the center of the dashboard. It looks like a van with this hole. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that, but
Like you're driving.
Yeah, like
Opel
a
Combo.
commercial van, you know, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah, if it was connected, maybe it would have been better. On to the next expensive car.
Svakoga dana.
Yalla habibi, what are we going to buy today? Oh, okay, we're going to buy the Maybach. Oh, no problem. That's only for my third or the fourth wife. I'm not sure whether I should buy it for myself, but okay.
I like the SL. I like the new SL, but this just feels a bit tacky.
Yeah.
It's way too tacky, man.
Not in this setup.
Yeah.
And
Really bad.
you know what? It depends probably on the spec that someone probably goes for, but yeah, with the amount of like the Louis Vuitton kind of look.
Yeah, it looks
We were
like a
talking about a few
gypsy.
days ago, it looks like, you know, when gypsies build a house, build a home, and they put Louis Vuitton logo on everything.
There you go. There you
on
go.
the wall,
Yeah.
on the, I don't know.
On milk.
Everything.
On everything you can see.
Babushka puts her like you know carpets, but they have Louis Vuitton signs
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That feels like this.
I love the seats.
I think the seats are probably like glorious to sit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
with these air cons on the neck.
Yeah,
You know what? Here's my problem
is
with
the,
it.
This is the Louis Vuitton
What do you guys think?
situation. Like it's everywhere in my back.
Are they gonna be producing like the GT version of Maybach as well? Because the GT is gonna come out anytime soon, right? The one that looks like a Porsche.
I don't think so because an SL is a cruiser.
Fair. Okay, and you think the GT is more just
Yeah,
as
like
a,
why?
sports
Who'd
car.
buy that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like this is something to cruise in. Like rich people
Fair,
want to cruise
fair,
in.
fair, fair.
SL lost its sportiness somewhere on the way, and that's why they came out with the GT or actually the Gullwing, the previous version.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah, like first there was the McLaren version, the SLS.
SLS. Yeah.
Yeah,
of
like,
course.
but yeah, the SL was the sports car in the '60s, like the SL 300.
True.
The original with the Gullwings, like, and then they simply lost it. I don't know where they became. The SL became like a grandpa's car.
I mean, I've been in it as well. Lucky for me, I'm really fortunate to be in a lot of these cars, and I can say this like for a fact. The SLs are great, but the problem is its weight and the fact that it is more of a GT cruiser rather than a sports car. Like, and that's a fact. And if you're already spending a crazy amount, higher than over 100K, right? I would expect the interior to kind of reflect on that as well. Now, here's my problem with Mercedes lately as well. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed or if people in the comments have your own Mercedes. You probably have seen this yourself. But the amount of plastics being used in all these Mercedes-Benz, not to mention the unacceptable stutters that you hear in the car,
The
and the
screeches.
squeakiness, and it happened on the SL as well, man. I was driving. I was in. Sorry, I was not driving. I was in a SL.
Yeah, because they have the same panels for
It's got the same panels
infotainment.
everywhere, and they all have the same ongoing issue, and that to me is like a kind of a.
Why? Like why?
I don't get it either. I don't get it either. Because realistically, you guys have had some of the best interiors, and not to mention in comfort wise, among the best setups in the automotive industry. Not to mention you are the first automotive producer. At the end of the day, people have to follow your recipes to some degree, right? And it's a shame from the legendary S-Class that you have with all this Bosch finishes. And Bruno, me and you actually saw an old Maybach like today. And the old Maybach, in every aspect, looks more luxurious and better than the Maybachs nowadays.
Yeah, I saw it
that
a
are
few days
coming
ago,
out
white
as well.
one. Yeah.
It looks so good.
Yeah, that's
and look
true.
at the either you would have a wooden beautiful trim inside, or you would have like this panel
Mahogany.
which looks kind of nice and seamless. Not to mention the clocks and the dials that looks gorgeous as well.
Yep.
Everything about like Mercedes used to scream premium luxury. You know that the person who's in that car is kind of
and the luxury didn't go away in those old cars. Like that same interior is still there, but you can buy a used C63 with the same luxury interior, and that's why I think it'll go up in price.
100%. Yeah. I mean,
not to mention the V8, like considering the V8s back in, like before the Black Widow, essentially of the C63s, essentially. The C63s to now. It's crazy. It's like fascinating to me that we live in a day and age where an interior, like we've been in I don't know how many Mercedes already, and every single one have that in common. The infotainment system is pretty damn good. The drivability of the cars are really good. The fact that they have modern technology like rear wheel steer and everything is great. But the interior...
Yeah, they also went the route of a consumer product, maybe.
You know what they went to? I'm sorry I'm interrupting again, but this is you'll agree with me with this. I'm sure of it. If you guys have been to an older BMWs, like I've been in the older M2, it had an interior like a freaking Fiat, man. Like I'm not joking. It was unacceptable. The amount of plastics and the amount of scratch.
Up to recently, up to 2013, 15.
Unbelievable. Oh, you're talking about the older ones? Yeah. They're all the same. Like, but the newer ones, I have to give them credit where credit's due. Are breathtaking. Like the quality and the materials that
2015 3 Series squeaky doors. In 3 Series, but today, BMW is really up their game.
They really up their game.
Mercedes, like where they
went down, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like they're
people trying to bash Tesla. Like it's the same thing as Mercedes.
Exactly.
Even maybe better in the Tesla.
Yeah. I would not agree, but but we can say Elon, yes, unbelievable. Tesla's great. Yeah. Feel free to give us some Teslas. We won't mind in any kind of way.
We'll park it here behind.
Yeah.
Okay, we came to a topic where we're talking about the future of the car industry, and I think that's where we should stop for now.
I agree.
We will talk about that in some of the next shows.
I agree.
Yeah, but next on our channel is cinematic videos, and again, we'll talk about it in these kinds of not podcasts.
100%. Not podcasts, it is.
Yeah.
It's a group therapy.
Group therapy. From everyone here at, how's our channel called?
Well, it depends on you. How do you?
We were mentioning BMWs. Check engine.
Check engine.
Bye for now, and see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.